It's time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, and today I'm doing a podcast about a food pantry and clothing closet in Gilman, Iowa. And I want to thank the folks at the clothing closet in Brooklyn serving Poweshiek County, Grinnell area for letting me know about this. I'm kind of on a run of doing the podcasts about food banks and clothing closets. I'm going to be doing one later today from Lynnville and possibly one real quick from Prairie City. It's amazing how I am doing this now, but these food banks, these clothing closets are kind of networked, and it's a chain reaction. One thing led to another, and then another, and then another, and so I'm on a run of doing this, and that's okay because the word needs to be spread about these places too. It kind of, I guess, started with the Salvation Army in Newton and Captains Tim and Peggy telling me about what they have going on, and then, of course, I got on Hey Grinnell, Did You Know?, which is a great resource for the Grinnell area, telling me about all these different locations, too. And so that's what has led me to all these different food pantries and clothing closets that are readily available in the area. So they are here for you. And if you need help in those regards, then by golly, get in on them. So we'll be talking about that in just a couple of moments. But first, let's get to our sponsors. And for the second year in a row, the Jones family and the gang at Grinnell State Bank coming forward to sponsor this podcast or these podcasts to inform you as to what is going on around Grinnell and Poweshiek County. And they're having a Customer Appreciation Day coming up on Monday, August 17th. They want to say thank you for choosing Grinnell State Bank. Stop by and enjoy free ice cream sandwiches as a token of their appreciation for their Grinnell State Bank Marengo office at 1101 Court Avenue. You can stop in at the lobby or the drive up. Hey, they say it's up to you. They'll be available anytime during normal hours at Grinnell State Bank at their Marengo location. Again, that's coming up on Monday. Those ice cream sandwiches are delish. Grinnell State Bank serving the area for a long, long time, and of course at their Grinnell location now for over 100 years. And also want to put in a plug for our friends at Grinnell Firestone. They have some big promotions going on throughout the month of August. And of course, we're in State Fair time, and they have a big promotion going on related to the State Fair too. And I'll get to that in just a couple of moments. But we're just talking about ice cream sandwiches. And of course, the Grinnell Firestone, they're out there by the Dairy Barn, and they are partnering with the Dairy Barn going on through the 14th. Just a couple of days left for this promotion. And they're giving customers a voucher for a free ice cream cone with any service going on through the end of this week. So get in on it while you can. If you need to have some kind of service work done at Grinnell Firestone, you'll get a voucher for a free ice cream cone with any service going on through the end of the week this week. Also, they have a Beat the Heat special that is continuing at Grinnell Firestone. You want to get in on that because we are having some warm days. So they have 15% off. A good deal for you there on any air conditioning service up to $700 at Grinnell Firestone. That's their Beat the Heat special going on through the 15th. Service at up to $700, 15% off at Grinnell Firestone. And special back-to-school teacher appreciation, 10% off labor special, up to $500 too at Grinnell Firestone. And going on during the Iowa State Fair, as I mentioned, they have a Guess How Many Kernels promotion going on. They have this big jar if you go into Grinnell Firestone, and you'll see a big jar with all these kernels in it, and they'll have a special prize for the person that gets the closest guest. That's going on during the Iowa State Fair, August 13th through the 23rd. During the fair, they have a Guess How Many Kernels contest. Check out all those kernels in that jar, and the one that gets the closest will win a special prize. They also have promotional deals on agricultural tires at Grinnell Firestone. Call and ask for Mike in regards to ag and farm service, and you can check out tires and specials on their website, grinnellfirestone.com. Other great sponsors for the Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast include Grinnell Hy-Vee and the Vinyl Stop.
You can't miss this one-day sale this Friday at your Grinnell Hy-Vee. Check out these awesome deals. $85.15 lean ground beef from the service case, just $4.99 a pound. Hy-Vee large dozen eggs, just 99 cents. Green seedless grapes, just $1.48 a pound. Post cereal, Fruity Pebbles, just $1.99. We scream, we all scream, Hy-Vee ice cream, $2.48 each. Buy one, get one free, Frito-Lay Cheetos or snacks and dip. Roma Pizza is just $1.99. Don't miss out on these deals and many more this Friday only at your Grinnell Hy-Vee.
Music lovers, it's time to rediscover the sound of vinyl at the Vinyl Stop in downtown Grinnell. Browse an incredible selection of new and used vinyl albums, pre-owned CDs and cassettes, autographs, collectibles, record care supply, audio equipment, plus music merchandise and apparel. Whether you're a lifelong collector or just starting your vinyl journey, Vinyl Stop has something for everyone. Visit the Vinyl Stop at 831 Broad Street in downtown Grinnell, your one stop for vinyl records and so much more.
It's time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, and we are in Gilman, Iowa, and I'm talking today with Lauren Miller and Kevin Gummert, who are with Treasured by God Ministries and the Treasure Chest Food Pantry, and I'm excited to find out about this. I'm kind of on a run of talking to people about food pantries and clothing closets. It all started last week when I was at the clothing closet in Brooklyn that serves Poweshiek County and Grinnell, because they had a big fundraiser at the Eagles Club last Sunday. And tomorrow I'll be in Lynneville talking to those folks about their clothing closet that they have, and probably be talking about the clothing closet and food pantry in Prairie City also. So I'm excited about finding about Treasures by God Ministries and Treasure Chest Food Pantry. And I don't know who wants to take this first, but my question is, how did this whole thing get started? Can you give me a little bit of history of this whole thing?
So Treasured by God Ministries was formerly ran by another family, and last February of 2025, they were no longer able to sustain it. So they were looking for a partner to come in and take over. So my mother, Kim Gummert, she took it over at the end of February of 2025, and 3 months later, 3 days after Easter, she had passed away. So she had given her all and everything that she could for the time that she'd had, and after her passing, we decided we wanted to keep it going, and we didn't want to let our community down. So we have now been in operation for about 1.5 years now. So.
And what is its mission?
Well, it all started with the food pantry. The food pantry is our main objection here. So we have our Treasure Chest Food Pantry. It runs the second and fourth Saturday of each month from 8 to noon, or 10 to noon. Yeah, our goal is just to feed everybody that we can. We help Marshall County, we help Poweshiek County, Jasper. We're right on the brink of connecting all the counties together, so we do not turn anybody away. You can come, if you live in the state of Iowa and you need food, you can come and we'll provide it.
Kevin, did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
No, the biggest thing with us is, our family motto for a long time was about showing love through food. For her, it was easy. She worked at the vet's home for 20 years. Lauren worked at the vet's home with her. Lauren's also worked at the high school as a cafeteria lady. For us, food was love. That was simple. We sit down, you make a meal, and for her, she just wanted to be able to do that for those that couldn't. And so there's lots of stories in our past of where we were short, going into the holidays and just didn't have any money for food, and food would miraculously show up on our front door. And she wanted to be able to provide that same opportunity. She felt that, no matter what your hardships are, that you should be able to get food. She also, her motto, another part of her mission was, no matter how poor you are, everybody deserves a birthday cake. So we always have birthday cakes and icing for people if they've got a birthday coming up. And so, yeah, for us, it was simple. I was actually leading a small group at my church in Kansas City that was built around single people or people that didn't have families sitting down, going out to different restaurants after church on Sunday to sit down and enjoy a meal together. And so for us, love has simply been shown by food. And so when Mom wanted to do that, we were like, 100% can see why that's something she would want to do. And so then when she was gone, it was like, this is a simple way for us to continue her memory and her mission, and it's taken off like wildfire.
You know, and people can't see it, but there is a sign right behind you that says faith, hope, love, love. And that's what you're talking about, especially when it comes to food. I'm going to digress just a little bit, because when I came in, you were talking about hauling furniture and in the past, 24, 48 hours. Tell us about that, Kevin.
Yeah. So when we took over, one of the biggest concerns was financially, how are we going to sustain things? The original mission of the Treasured by God Ministries was a free will furniture ministry. They would, get donations and they would pass those right back out to people, but they weren't charging them anything, which is a great mission. But when you're taking over a building where, you've got utilities and responsibilities for that gets expensive. And so, while we get grant funding for food purchases, we don't get grant funding for our utilities. And then there's the business expenses that we have to cover. And so for us, eventually we would love to get to the point where we didn't need to do any grant funding and we were 100% fully sustainable. The best way for us to have done that was to start the thrift store. And so we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We have clothing items for $1. You can fill a grocery bag for 10. If you come in on a food pantry day, we do $5 grocery bags for people that need it. But where we have made our biggest change right now has been our furniture. We get furniture donated. We turn around and we try to extend the life of those furniture items. So we've been picking up furniture left and right whenever we can. The last 48 hours, we've picked up 3 truck and trailer loads full of furniture that we've paid absolutely nothing for. And so every one of those items that we sell, every single 100% dollar that we get goes right back into the food pantry, either in food orders or, just maintenance and upkeep and utilities and those kind of things. Our electric bill last month was $1,034.51. Last weekend, we sold $1,036.30 worth of furniture and clothes. And so, it's a lot of work when you're trying to maintain an 85-year-old church building that's not energy efficient. And so for us, the easiest way to do that was, let's take the things that we've received and the donations we've received, and let's get those back into the hands of people that need them. But we also do have to charge a little bit because gas isn't free. Our help, when we get help, we make sure to pay them a little bit of something because they're taking time out of their day. And lifting furniture, storing furniture. We have a shed out back that we paid $6,000 for, and we have a storage unit here in town that we pay monthly rent on. That stuff, if we don't sell what we're getting, we can't afford those things. And so for us, we have months where we may sell $100 or $200 worth of stuff, and then I have months where we've sold, $1,500 to $3,000 worth of stuff. And so our hope is that just everything that we get donated, we get it back into the hands of somebody that can use it, and that we can get a little bit of money to keep going.
Do you get any other financial assistance from any other sources other than selling what you have?
We have a couple church organizations and some family friends that do monthly donations. On that, you're looking at probably about $500 a month, certain months if we're really lucky. We have our website where if somebody does want to go and make a financial donation, they can go to treasuredbygodministries.com. And there's a donation tab there where you can make a financial donation if you feel led to. We also kind of use that as a payment option when people come in. So not only are we cash on hand, but we do Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. We have it set up through our website that you can go in there and do payments with your credit card. And so for a small town, little thrift store in the middle of nowhere, we're probably one of the more tech savvy businesses in town. And we don't want there to be a hindrance on why somebody can't get an item financially.
So, Lauren, what is your website? How can people contact you?
treasuredbygodministries.com. We are also on Facebook. We have Treasured by God Ministries on Facebook, Treasure Chest Food Pantry on Facebook as well. They are 2 separate pages, just for the fact that we do work with the Food Bank of Iowa for the food pantry. We have to keep the 2 entities separate. Mm-hmm. So that's why we go by the 2 different names. But just know that whether you hear Treasure Chest Food Pantry or Treasured by God Ministries, we are the same entity. We are doing the same mission. It all goes to the same cause. So
Yeah, speaking of the Food Bank of Iowa and transportation costs, I know that just a few months ago, when the diesel prices were so high, and they're still high,
yes,
was that there was a lot of publicity around the Food Bank of Iowa because they were having trouble with their 18-wheelers getting from point A to point B and
Yeah.
the cost. And it comes back to you guys also, doesn't
yeah,
it?
yeah, it does. But we've been very fortunate. We haven't really run into any issues. We get 2 deliveries a month. But yeah, during that time, I mean, things were a little
Dicey?
dicey. Yes, you could say that. But no matter what, we've always made sure to be able to provide for our pantry on the Saturdays when we run, and whether, we have a couple businesses in different towns that donate food. Dollar General being one of them. They have been a very great donator.
Yeah, we pick up donations from the Dollar General in Baxter, the Dollar General in Center Street on Marshalltown, the Dollar General in Grinnell. They all three are like, hey, if they've got something, they give us a call and we come running. Another big help for us has been JBS. JBS has donated a ton of pork product for us, and that's really kept us to where we can keep going. We've probably had 30 to 40 cases of meat donated just this year.
Oh, really?
And they donated probably another 18 to 20 last year. And so those 2 businesses, if it wasn't for those 2 businesses donating the amount of food that they've donated, I don't know where we would be. We'd still be going, but it wouldn't be as easy as it has been. It's just we've been really blessed with the donations from them to be able to provide
The variety,
more options.
Yeah, the variety of the things that we have to offer is really nice because, I don't want to just give out canned food and, your 1 or 2 meat options. I want to be able to have snacks and, the sweet treats and drinks and, stuff like that. And I feel like it has become such a family feel when you come in on our food pantry days. We don't just, walk you in the door, make you sit down, and we'll bring you a box. From the moment you walk in, we have a coffee and donut bar. We get donuts donated through Dunkin' Donuts on Fridays. So on Saturday mornings, we give out free donuts. We have coffee, water. We sit around, we talk. You can shop the thrift store, but you just wait for your number to be called, and then you have the option to walk through and select the items that you need. You don't have to take everything, but those options are there for you. So you can take as much as you need, or you can pass on the item if you don't need it. So,
would you guys say that this food insecurity issue affects one age group, one demographic over another?
No.
It's just kind of evenly spread out?
It is very evenly spread out, and it is amazing to see the number of people. I mean, you hear about it every day, about people not being able to
support themselves financially with food. Obviously, with everything that's been going on in this world, food costs are going up. Everything's going up.
Well, and SNAP benefits last year,
Yeah,
running out
SNAP
too.
benefits, the summer food benefits, like that. A lot of that stuff disappeared, and so for us, it's being able to provide. We're technically a 3-day food pantry. You come in, you get enough food to be able to get you through 3 days. If you eat all the food that you walk out of here with in 3 days, that'd be a miracle because. It's nothing for a family of 5 to walk out with less than 30 or 40 pounds of food. We have a mixed diversity of people. We have a mixed age range of people. We have, like I said, we have anybody that you can imagine walks in here to get food, and we don't turn them away. We've had to print most of our signs we've had to print in English and Spanish. It's probably 50-50. When it comes down to who's actually coming in here. But yeah, a small, slow Saturday for us is probably 35 to 45 families, and that's 125 to 135 people getting
Good
food.
heavens. Wow.
Our busiest 2 Saturdays have been the last Saturdays in June for the last 2 years. Last year, we fed 270 people on that Saturday.
Holy Toledo.
This year, we ended up feeding 73 families, and it was 295 people accounted for.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
In 2024, when the food pantry started the first year, the family that took over, or the family that started it, fed 740 people that first year, which is a ton.
That is a ton. Yeah.
And we were thinking, well, we'll see what happens. And Dad always kind of tells this story. When they first started, that first Saturday when Mom and Dad took over, they sat here for 2 hours and they fed 11 people. And my dad was like, we're doing all this work to feed 11 people. And my mom got right in his face and said, that's 11 people that needed our help that wouldn't have had it if we weren't here. Right. The next week, it was something like 25 people. And the week after that, the last week that Mom was here to do it, they fed like 54. Well, when she passed, it was 3 days before the next food pantry. And because of Mom being gone and everybody hearing about it, that first Saturday without her, we fed 115.
Wow.
And in last year, we fed 2,837 people accounted for. We just crunched numbers last week, and we're on pace this year to feed almost 4,000 people.
Holy mama.
Yeah.
Wow. That is incredible.
Yep.
Out of this little place,
Yep.
as you would say, in an out-of-the-way little town in Iowa.
It's a lot of work for 4 people to do. When it comes down to the day-to-day tasks and things that get done, it's myself, it's Lauren, it's my dad, our dad, and then her husband, Lance. You know, the 4 of us are doing the majority of the work. Now, on our food pantry days, we do get some help. It's kind of forced volunteer work for her kids.
Yes, my children do. You will see them here. They are carrying out groceries.
I hope they have a good attitude about it.
Oh, yes, they do.
Okay.
They enjoy the work. It's just sometimes it is a forced volunteer.
Okay, you're coming to work.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And we've got a handful of other volunteers who come in. We've had some volunteers come from my church, Mosaic Church in Marshalltown. We've had some volunteers come from the Dillon Church here in the area, from the Ferguson Church in the area here. And so, but I mean, that if somebody was to say, well, what are the things that you guys need the most? We kind of narrow it down to 4 F's. We need food, we need funds, we need furniture, and we need faces. Like I said, it's a lot of work for us to go on. I mean, we had to shut down the store yesterday to go get this furniture because we didn't have anybody that could just be here. So if somebody wants to come in and volunteer, we would love to have people come in and help sort clothing, help stage furniture, to help hang more clothes so we can get more stuff out, to help restock the shelves, to help carry groceries out on the food pantry Saturdays. That's probably one of the biggest things that's a difference between our pantry and most others. You know, like I said, we're in an old 85-year-old church. We've got tall, steep concrete stairs, and a lot of these people are either elderly or have some kind of physical disabilities, and it's not always easiest for them to carry 30 or 40 pounds of groceries down the stairs. So
they need help.
Yeah, the easiest spot where we can say, hey, if you want to come volunteer and you want to be useful, you know, we have 4 or 5 of us that help people get through the pantry. Just for them to not have to carry their food to their car, it saves them a ton of work, and they're really appreciative for the fact that we've got kids that will grab the boxes of food and take it to their car and just put it in the back of their car for them.
You bet. Well, with all those people that you're helping, there's got to be 1 or 2 touching stories that you could pass along to our listeners of success and how you have touched their lives.
To an extent, yes, but it's more how they've kind of given back to us at times.
Well, tell me about it.
Our dad's had a really rough couple of years physically. He's an oral cancer survivor. This year, he has had gallbladder surgery, so he had his gallbladder out, so he was out for a couple weeks for that. He's getting ready to have hip replacement surgery next week. But in between all of that, he was outside working, trying to get the dog kennel cleaned up, and got tangled up and ended up getting his feet taken out from under him. And it had a traumatic brain injury, had a brain bleed, and had to have a craniotomy, and was in the hospital for 6 weeks. And so he wasn't here for 3 pantries. And so we go get donations from Hy-Vee on Saturday mornings for bread stuff. And so I would show up, and we had, 5 or 10 that would jump up, grab totes of the stuff and help bring it in. It's not expected, but they did it out of the kindness of their heart, because they're like, well, you guys need the help. we love your dad. We want to help your dad out
You're
however
here
we
helping
can.
us. The least we can do is turn around and help you carry in some things.
Yep.
And it's become that kind of, community where, we're here, we're having conversations, we're laughing, kids are running around playing.
We've even had this last year, we have a big 4th of July party every year. We even had some of the pantry people come out and hang out at the farm and watch our 3.5 hour firework display we put on at the end of the, summer or beginning of the summer. And so, yeah, for us, it's just been about making connections. They know we're here, so they reach out to us. Like I said, we've had some people that have said, hey, if you need help moving furniture, just let us know and we can jump out and help you out. And so it really has become a nice little bright spot in the community.
Well, fantastic. You guys are great, and God bless you for what you do.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we need to wrap up. So let's give your hours here and how people can contact you. I don't know which one wants to take this, but.
So we are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. Our address is 310 West Church Street, Gilman, Iowa, 50106.
And that's for the thrift store.
Okay.
Those are the hours for the thrift store. The food pantry is open on, like she said earlier, the 2nd and 4th Saturday of every month from 10 to noon.
Same address.
But same address. I hate to say it, but if you want the best options, be here early. We have people lining up outside the door by 8:30, and we don't open until 10 o'clock. And so if you want to get here and get the most options and the best selection, like I said, we have people showing up before we're even here.
Okay. And your website again, and you have a Facebook page?
Yes. treasuredbygodministries.com is our website, and you can find us on Facebook at Treasured by God Ministries or the Treasure Chest Food Pantry. And there you can contact us through email, messaging. Our business phones are on the website, so you can get a hold of us just about any way that you can think of it. So.
Okay. And again, your address, if people want to put it in MapQuest, because that's how I found you guys today.
Yes, address is 310 West Church Street, Gilman, Iowa, 50106.
And there's a reason it's Church Street, because it is a church. And by the way, you said it was an old church, but it's a beautiful church.
Well, thank you.
I will say that. So thanks again for what you guys do. And boy, I'm just amazed at how this has grown over the years. It really, really has. So it's much to be proud of, and a big pat on the back. And I just know, I'm not a preacher. I'm just a guy that does an interview on a podcast, but I can just tell the Holy Spirit has touched you guys and what you have done. And I know that, your mom has passed, but she's got to be smiling from up above.
Oh, definitely.
Just very, very proud of what you guys have done. And give your father a pat on the back for me, too. Okay?
We will.
That's going to wrap it up for this edition of Out and About with Jamie Grout. Other fine sponsors include B. Nicole Salon, right there located next to the Jewel Box building where the Chamber of Commerce is. Stop on in and see Brandy and the gang there. They'll take good care of you at B. Nicole Salon. They're busy in there, too. They do take walk-ins, but since they're so busy, you might want to call to make an appointment at B. Nicole Salon. And boy, I'll tell you what, if your kid's getting ready to go back to school, go in there and make sure they have the latest do at B. Nicole Salon. Other sponsors include Saints Rest Coffee House in downtown Grinnell. Stop on in and see Grinnell's Mayor Sam. Get in on a mocha latte or your favorite iced or warm drink and enjoy those delicious monster cookies too. And of course, Sam and the gang at Saints Rest supply a great prize every Sunday morning for Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast trivia, a $15 gift certificate to the winner of the trivia prize. Saints Rest Coffee House in downtown Grinnell, right across from Central Park. Until next time, Grout is out. See ya.